and we are here live at a special guest episode with Mr. Seb from Stranger Comics, guys. Stranger Comics. And BL Blankenship, our head and editor-chief of iShook Comics. I'm here, Benny Rachmanov, CEO of iShook. And we are here to learn from the progress and the greatness of Mr. Seb. How do I pronounce your last name, Seb?
Oh, Jones. Sebastian Jones.
Sebastien Jones. I'm sorry.
There you go. You're fine. Seb is good too. Seb is perfect.
Seb, okay. Because I was acquainted with Seb in New York Comic Con, which was my first Comic Con ever attendance, by the way.
Oh, whoa. That's amazing.
Yeah. First Comic Con ever attendance. It was cool. I loved it. I met Seb. He was nice, cordial. His storyline is unbelievable. And, I dropped a lot and I took a lot. And I was very happy to do so because I believe his story is an unbelievable story. And we definitely need to support individuals like Seb, our good friend Sebastian, and BL as well. BL writes for us. BL has his own comic, Hellfire, coming out. We're also supporting that as well. We like to support all those who create comics because I believe comics, if you ever want to make a real movie today, I personally believe you need to be a comic first, get your following, then put the bank on then put money on when you already have a following, as opposed to let's shoot for a movie and who hit or miss, right? I mean, I think the studies out of 100 movies, maybe one or two are success stories, something like that. Like it's huge.
Probably even slimmer odds. Yeah,
I don't know because the world's different, right? Because now you can go ahead and you can have it on Tubi or whatever. And I mean, make money different ways than were available before.
Right, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, so, it's just different types of movies, different types of ways of shooting things, different types of making money. But audiences tend to catch up at different rates for different styles of media consumption. So if they're looking for competition, if they're looking for like they're desensitized because they've been spoiled by Marvel or DC or Avatar or whatever, and they want to look for fantasy, and you've got something that doesn't necessarily look like that, then they might be dismissive if they're not used to a different style of storytelling, a different kind of medium. It's like Xena Warrior Princess, fantasy back in the days, obviously being different to Harry Potter or Game of Thrones,
Now, I was reading on your website, and it's talking about your comics, and you mentioned that there's some Tolkien inspiration in there.
Absolutely. Well, for folks that don't know, hello, my name's Seb, and I run this company, Stranger Comics, and we're mostly known for doing a lot of fantasy-looking books. So if you like elves, and you like swords, and you like some magic stuff, and you like to see stuff that looks a little like this or a little like this, or this. We have all sorts of fun stuff for you to kind of sink your teeth into. We've also got the European parts of our world as well. I don't have that one handy, but yeah. So Tolkien, obviously, growing up in England, I've read a lot of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit and Silmarillion and all that good stuff. And of course, it just, fed into my bloodstream and my soul. And around the same time, I was discovering jazz music and comic books and hip hop and all the Kurosawa movies, and so that's definitely of course the grail of fantasy for me. Yeah.
What was your favorite part of Tolkien? Go ahead. I'm just curious, like what part grabbed you with Tolkien?
I think just the humanity. I think just being infused organically without being heavy-handed with the way Sam was or the way Gandalf was. Those were, if I look back objectively, those are things that probably subconsciously moved me, even if I was reading going like, oh, Legolas and Gimli, their competition, that's cool. And I loved reading. I like grumpy dwarfs, and they're fun. And but I think realistically, it's the humanity for me. Yeah.
Not bad. What's the synopsis of Niobe Comics? First of all, I want to let's first introduce the trailer right? The sizzle trailer, right? I want to introduce that if possible.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
All right, let's do that. Let's share that screen and share with our viewers. Here we go. We'll share it again also at the end because I know you have another trailer on your Kickstarter, but we'll get to that
Oh, yeah.
after. Yeah, let's.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I have the tube, buddy. I get all the data.
Great.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go for it, guys. Let's.
Good. Crank up that volume, folks.
Yeah. Let's see if I got. Yeah, I think I did the right. Tell me if you can hear it or not. Oh, it's not being here. I don't think we're hearing audio,
I'm
right?
not hearing nothing right now.
You heard it?
I didn't hear it.
Oh, okay. Okay. One second. Let me redo the share. I apologize.
The audio comes in around about now, so
Okay. So let's hear because sometimes I have a problem with the.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Your father wants you, Niobe. I can take you, or I can send you to him. You are alone.
I am never alone. There are no chosen ones. A hero chooses to be one.
Oh wow! Wow! Unbelievable! Love it.
Thank you.
Yeah. I got goosebumps from it watching it because I know that it's very symptomatic what you did in a comic. It's very like action packed from what I saw, like what I read through. Like and that's what I think is lacking in comics. Like the storyline needs to be action packed. It needs to be conflict. It needs to be multiple type of I think plots involved in there. That's my opinion. I mean, like if you're writing you're reading a comic, that's what you want. By the way, I love the books that you do because you compact all the
Thank you.
comics into a book. Because then that makes it more like I like the books more than the individual comics. I get the individual comics are there for like collectors, so on and so forth. But if I'm reading a story, I'm reading it from the book. Go ahead.
Are you talking about floppies, like a 20-page floppy? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so
24
you
usually.
like trades better, trades, compendiums, omnibuses.
Yeah, because I'm used to reading books, so it's for me.
Yeah,
it's
no,
easier.
yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I mean, when I started Stranger Comics, we're in year 17, and I didn't really, I mean, I'd collected comics, but I didn't really understand the whole collector market. And, now we have things like on our current Kickstarter, we have like etched, foil forged onto metal editions. This
Oh
is
yeah, I
like
got one of those by the way. I got one of those out. That's awesome, by the way.
the
I
lead
love
artist for
that.
the Last of Us did that for me, who did actually one of our first ever comics. So we've got things like that, and you've got again like magic items looking like they're glowing on a metal comic. And we've got Batman homages. Actually, right now, folks, you can, if you back the Kickstarter, get this for free. If you back it by Wednesday night, there's Batman homage for free of The Untamed. So
what does it say on the blade? What is the writing?
It says Shemlock Ja Usul Uk, which means in my language, soul of ice.
Wow.
So if you're a gamer, you like to play some D&D. Our comics guys, by the way, on this campaign, then I'll tell you about the story. It's an oversized comic. One half is a full 24-page comic. The other half is a full-on D&D module.
Wow, that's
so
a
you
smart
can
idea.
read the comic, play the game within our fantasy world, which is why we do these beautiful giant tomes, these omnibuses and things that look like that.
Wow.
So yeah, you can. So you're really entering a whole massive landscape there.
You're upside down, BL. BL, you're upside down. Yeah. I think that's the biggest blooper you'll ever have in a comic podcast.
I love it. I love it. I think we lost BL's audio for a little bit as well.
Right. Probably.
But
He'll
if
come
you,
back on.
but I to kind of answer your question as far as the story, this is the story is where it's all at for me. Now, funny enough, BL asked me about Lord of the Rings. As an artist in Sweden, you have this book, Benny. You got it at New York Comic Con. This is the soft cover of it. The
Right.
Untamed is where you first meet Niobe, and
Right.
that is a story of a man who's stuck in purgatory. And
Wow.
after 10 years, the devil comes along. He says, I'll give you 7 days to reap the 7 souls that murdered you and your family. He takes a drifter's return to a one-horse town in a huge world. And his memory comes back. He realizes when he was alive, he was a bad man and maybe he deserved to die, but now he's on a path to save his family. On his path of vengeance, he meets a little elven girl called Niobe. And she reminds him of how old his murdered daughter would have been, giving this man a second chance to be a good man, even a father, but he only has 7 days. The kicker is, what if she's one of the 7 souls he has to collect?
Wow.
And the devil set the whole thing up just to find her. Because if Niobe can stay alive in The Untamed, maybe she'll grow up to become my world's savior or destroyer. And so that was that. And then we did Niobe Shear's Life, which I wrote with the actress Amandla Stenberg, who played Rue in the Hunger Games. She was also the Acolyte when she was 15. In fact, when I met you, Benny, in last year, we were celebrating our 10-year anniversary of Niobe Shear's Life. And then I'll have Niobe Shear's Death, where Niobe hunts down sex traffickers and slave traders to reflect our own girls that get abducted. And I also have Tales of Asunder. This is the first trade paper, the second trade paperback. Obviously got the hardcover, but this one right here I co-wrote with Tuso Mbedu from The Woman King and Underground Railroad. And fun fact, crazy tie-in, Viola Davis of The Woman King did the forward for this for the hardcover version of this, and we just announced with her she's going to be producing the Untamed movie I'm directing.
Wow. What a huge thing going on there. That is amazing.
Thank you.
No doubt. I'm glad. Listen, for sure. I know like when we discussed last time, you are in the industry, right? You are in the Hollywood industry.
And there's you, Benny, right there. Look, see,
Where?
wielding an axe
With the beard.
with the beard. Yeah, that's the Scandinavian part of our world. Yeah, no, I am in the industry, but I guess been in and out of the industry for a while. I used to be an actor back in the days, do majority like commercials and that kind of stuff. But I'd written The Untamed because I wanted to make a film. And it's been optioned, I think, 5 times. We were in development at HBO for a very long time. Made a big deal with them. I was writing the series, but I'll just say we left. And now we are going in a different kind of direction. And partnering with Viola Davis is very exciting. Just trying to make sure that my creative vision is
I think you're definitely on the right track. I commend you. 17 years doing this, this Stranger Comics things is huge. It's not a joke. I mean, if a person really wants true results in the comic industry, you got to stick to it all the way, right?
Yeah.
You can't, we're only 2 years in Super Black, and hopefully we get our comic out there. We have like a whole thing that we want to do, but we also want to collaborate. Like one of my main things and my main goals was going to Comic-Con was trying to get connected with individuals like you and say, can we do crossovers? Can we do like different types of potential ideas? Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't work. But like, for example, I'm very open to having, besides BL writing, having other writers come on board, and maybe we do like a crossover kind of concept. But I mean, like our goal is to really get into the anime industry like you. Like that's I think anime will be the future. Anime is the future. I think
it feels like it. It feels like it very much so. Yeah. So on the Niobe anime trailer that you guys saw, that was literally from, I got one of my artists who's also on the campaign, Tahani Farr. She did this for me, this crazy cover right here
Wow,
of me.
that's unbelievable. That's a good cover.
Thank you.
How
Of
did they
me.
do that? I can even see the bottom hand,
Uh,
it's like a pop up. It's
So we
like
did
a
this
red
again.
foil.
It's like foil on metal, and
Wow.
then foil in the eye even as well.
Psh.
So that's Tahani Farr. That's also on the Kickstarter campaign, guys, on the Kickstarter campaign. All right, so Tahani Farr, this artist right here, she had basically contacted me and said, I went to Comic-Con Africa and you have Niobe fans out there.
Wow.
And I was like, what? I'm like, what's Comic-Con Africa? She puts me in touch with the owners, and they flew me out. And people they knew Niobe, they knew my stuff. And one guy was like, you're the Niobe guy. Can you meet my mom? And I'm like, what is going on? This is crazy. And that's where I met up with, I should say, because we'd already started working on this comic here with Tusu Mbedu, who's a South African actress from The Woman King, and she'll be the star of Children of Blood and Bone. And they brought us on stage. It was a whole big deal. And then they flew me back out to Comic-Con Cape Town. And Comic-Con Cape Town, I met some animators, and I was like, look, I want to kind of essentially create a look and a feel and a culture of what I feel like Niobe and this landscape represents. And for the last year or so, we've been dialing that in, and that's the result that you just saw, the Niobe anime trailer, the sizzle of it. And the full trailer will be at San Diego Comic-Con this year.
Love it. Keep me posted. I would love to have like some sort of recap podcast with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, after that event. That's very important. I mean,
Thank you.
yeah, no doubt. Like, listen, I support I look at you as an entrepreneur, not just a comic, or thank you, Ben.
It's been wild. So I've been on 2 computers and a phone so far on this one. A notification came up on my phone. It went wild. A buzzing for a phone call went wild. I'm here. I'm good.
Okay, that's good. So I was trying to say is that I look at Seb as an entrepreneur, and I got into a huge liking of you because you were a hustler in sales. Like he had like 10 people there, and he was able to give me the attention as a customer, as a follower potentially, at the same time with everybody. That is huge skill, by the way. That is skill that's unbelievable. I'm telling you straight up.
Mhm.
Like, I don't just compliment people. I say it because I mean it. You know what I mean? Like that was skill in itself. Yeah.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's not easy. I'm 52. I've been doing this for a long time, and being on the road it's a lot. Being on a live stream on Saturday, launching the Kickstarter for 11 hours on a live stream, then to find that, Kickstarter didn't have us on any landing pages, had to deal with that. I've got a convention. I'm picking up a guy tomorrow. We have a convention this weekend, setting up on Thursday, and then finishing up the Kickstarter and you name it. But I believe when you're at a convention or you're in a moment, someone has spent a lot of money coming to the convention. It's a lot of money to spend your money on a ticket, parking if you're paying parking, or how are you going to get there? The food, some folks want to pay signatures for their favorite act, all the things. So, and here I am with my wares that you've never heard of, right? You've never heard of my stuff before. So it's my honor to be able to really take the time, even if it's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, to just be vulnerable, be transparent, and kind of give you, a soul to soul moment, right? That's what it's about. And we connect through this medium of comics. And so what you were saying, you were asking too, BL earlier, is actually one of the artists for the Lord of the Rings books in Europe, in Sweden, spent nearly 10 years painting this book, The Untamed.
That's awesome. That is so cool.
Wow.
Yeah, it sounds like you've got a lot of stuff going on in there that's really neat. There's I think there's a game or something that deals with like some African mythology and folklore, but there's not a lot of stuff that does that. do you have like were hyenas and kagamatos, or do you just kind of take inspiration from them and name them your own stuff, or how do you do that?
That's a great question. Yeah, no, in my world, I think it just comes from which I don't do. I don't do. I feel like I do a little bit of research organically, but I don't lean into it because I feel for me it might I might end up accidentally taking everything is just feels like it comes from me listening to certain sounds and certain music and my imagination. And of course you got to pick up things organically. You can't help, right? Like The Untamed really comes from that storyline comes from wanting to be a better man and having a vision. It doesn't, I just knew I knew I wanted to be a better man, a better father, a better person, and I was hallucinating when I was writing it. I hadn't slept, and I was like, day one I come to town, day two I'm going to do this, and I was like, oh, this would make a great story. This is a chance for me for redemption, me as a man, me as a father, me as a person, redemption. And so it's like, for me the stories are very, very when you read my stuff, I've been told you have to have patience. This isn't hey, you can do this while you're watching TV. It's not which is the majority of a lot of new media. You've got to get someone's attention, and it's just quick and easy, digestible bites. There are aspects of some of the works that I have, but I'm also trying to give folks that want the deeper connection. That's
Oh yeah, I mean, honestly, I like that kind of material than reading, just that, like a freaking snippet on social media.
Well, you have your own language in it too, so that sounds like it's really well thought and comprehensive.
Thank you. Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I've been creating the world since I was 13. Not obviously every day.
Right.
I used to run a record label for a lot of years, putting out historical jazz and blues and old soul. Just life being life. But then really playing a lot of D&D helped. A live action role playing helped, which is why we have LARP weapons and all sorts of things. Just organically over the years, creating languages, races, gods, mythos, how people get married in my world is very different. What is the concept of love and union? Different religions, different things like that. So of course, organically, I want to pick things up from our world, and then sometimes they just come, which is fun. So yeah, like for example, I'll read you a passage from The Untamed, right?
Okay. Yeah, go for it. Love it.
So this is from the soft cover. I've got beautiful hardcovers, but just for the screen, like you can kind of see,
it's pretty.
Very, very, very cinematic, right? Very spaghetti western.
Right. Gloss paper, by the way.
Yeah, you see the widescreen of it all. It's not like lots of pictures.
It's amazing.
So that's when the stranger is returning to the town. There you go. There's the archway. Sorry, again, the glare is terrible on my.
It's fine.
There you go. So he says he returns to basically where his wife and child were killed, and he says, "It's a special moment when you bleed a man. A bond is formed, just you and him. To break his body, to gut his joy, but what of his spirit? When you look into his eyes, you'll know. In those last moments, the last breath will let you know. But the heart is a deceiver for the mind, a girl once told me."
Wow. That's unbelievable. That's good, man. That's really good.
Thank you.
So is there a big bad in it?
Yeah. Big, I got a big world, a lot of big bads, for sure. Like, for example,
numerous evils.
This is The Untamed, this graphic novel, the first one. The Untamed is also another way of saying the devil in my world. So you see the hero down there with the two swords?
Mm-hmm.
There's the hand of the devil holding him, the silhouette.
Okay.
Wow. I didn't notice the devil, by the way, just until now. Like I only noticed. Wow, that's kind
of like how Ultimate 8 Pagan Begins. I don't know if you've ever played that game. I like the Ultima games.
No. Oh my God. I think I played probably Ultima 2.
Yeah. The later ones in it. I don't mean like late, but they were like isometric games and everything. And after you beat the main bad guy on Britannia, he takes you to another world, Pagan, which is his world. He's the god of that world. And so it's neat. It starts out, it like shows a hand, it turns over, and you're in his hand. You're the avatar, and it drops you, and you fall to the world. Yeah.
Well, we play with a lot of the Hand of the Devil themes, so that's why this one right here comes up to present the sword to the stranger. You'll see it like it's like keep your eye out, and you'll see it here and there. Like even on this free comic, I'm giving folks, here is the hand. Again, you can see it in the smoke right there.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you
before we go more, I want to show the Kickstarter. And
Yeah,
then I have a bunch of questions for you after that,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
let me get, for sure. Here we go. Share here. And before we also do that, I'm going to also share the QR code here for the Kickstarter. Here's a QR code over my head. Here we go.
That's really smart. I love it.
Thank you.
And so we return to the vast and volatile world of Asunder. Hello, Stranger family. Welcome to our latest campaign featuring your favorite half-elven hero, Niobe. Now, if you're not familiar with Stranger Comics, we've created an interconnected fantasy world with tales that reflect the human spirit. And it's my sincere hope you find yourself within these pages. Okay, strangers, this Kickstarter focuses on our Tales of Asunder tome. Now, we're mostly known for our beautiful deluxe oversized hardcovers, but this is our first ever omnibus, and it's packed with 9 solo comics, gallery art, music, prose, and D&D and Pathfinder material for you gamers out there. Also in the campaign is The Untamed Wishing Well. We're returning to the town of Oasis in a prequel to the comic book that launched Stranger Comics. And we're going to go deep beneath the town, we're going to learn ancient secrets of Oasis, and we're going to explore how we made the Stranger and Niobe's sword. Now this is an overpacked, oversized comic book. Half of it is the comic book, the other side is the D&D module. You should be able to read the book and play the game.
Wow.
So if you want to binge read everything, or you just want the new stuff, or you want that rare exclusive or mini, there's a reward tailored just for you. Now, we're so honored to work with the most incredible artists around the world, but most importantly, you. We can't do this without you. So thank you, Stranger family. I love and appreciate you, and I'll see you at a convention or one of our lives very soon. Peace.
I love it. It's awesome. This is good in so many ways, and your presentation is unbelievable, by the way. So here's the Kickstarter, right? This is the page. The QR code is here. Anyone who wants to check out the Kickstarter, we're trying to get to 300 backers, guys. Just back it up, bro. Back it up. 5, 10, 20, 30. No dollars too little, right? So
100%. 100%.
yeah, we need more. Backers are more important than actual money. So guys, please put the actual backers there. I mean, we need the backers for our good friend Sebastian here at Stranger Comics. So everybody
And
just
if you look up, if you're looking for Stranger Comics, you might not find it. The Kickstarter is actually under my name, Sebastien A. Jones. We might end up changing that later because people often look for Stranger Comics. But if you type in Tales of Asunder Tome or The Untamed Comic, Tales of Asunder Tome, you will find it. So yeah, the spiders for some reason aren't spidering. So you're not going to find it if you look up Stranger Comics. You'll only find it if you look up Tales of Asunder Tome. So lock this in, screen grab this. If you forget it, click Benny's QR code here. And we have already tons of stretch goals and tons of free comics. If you back it within by Wednesday evening, I have a lot of exclusive gifts just for backing physical rewards. As Benny knows, at New York Comic Con, I like to hook people up.
No doubt. Yeah, this is the list of the backing, right?
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Here.
So yeah, you click the reward level, just the rewards. So my recommendation is grabbing a collector bundle level, which will get you
Here,
a
guys.
hardcover.
I'm backing it up right now. Here we go.
Oh, snap.
As we
Hey, I love
talking,
that.
as we're talking. Let me see if my password works here without everybody.
Now, do you have horses in your world, or how do the people do transportation?
We have lots of different types of beasts and animals, but definitely we have horses. Yeah.
Let me
We
see.
got horses, sea beasts, sea dragons, dragons, skeletal horses, something called the Jahim, which is half lion, half centaur, like tons of different types of beasts, different types of fish. Got a thing called the Chapo fish, which looks like it's made of silver. Like 39 years of creation, we've got a lot of different flora and fauna for sure.
All right, so I'm pledging 380 right here, bro. 380.
Whoa,
There we go. 380 pledged.
my God.
There we go,
Thank
guys.
you. That's
Always,
incredible.
always for our good friend Sebastian. Listen.
Wow. That's amazing.
I hope they're not gonna hybrid. What do you call it? Because I
Thank
think they
you.
saw my email there. But it's okay.
That's so kind. Thank you
No
so
worries,
much.
no worries, no
My
doubt.
goodness.
For you, anything, Sebastian. Listen, the thing is, I think this potentially, the way I see it, right? This storyline you have could become a game, like a role, like a like a World of Warcraft game. Because if it's that extensive,
It sounds
a
like it
lot of
could.
potential. It has a lot of potential, especially maybe a God of War style game, or what's
That'd
the
be
other game
amazing.
with the I forgot the name of the game with the samurai. Like that's also very
Oh,
extensive.
go to Tsushima.
Yes, yeah, like that kind of style. Like I
Oh,
know they're trying to remake Assassin's Creed, and everything. I think these are the type of games that are immersive, and I think also educational. Like knowing about culture is also important. Like let's learn
right.
about other cultures, and you can kind of put a little bit in there, a little thing here. Like that's in itself an idea.
So
Yeah,
you're talking about magic weapons. Are we saying fire, ice, blessed, cursed, all
all of
that,
it.
lightning,
All of it.
all of it? Yeah.
All of it.
Okay.
So basically, and actually on this Kickstarter, the comic The Wishing Well, you're going to go back to that comic series I showed you, The Untamed. The new comic on that is a prequel. You're going to go underneath the town. You're going to find a seed of crystal ilkor, and that seed of crystal ilkor is the thing that makes Niobe's and the Stranger's magic sword. But the seed of ilkor is a seed that actually helped grow the magic tree of life, which created the life on Asunder. And you will learn that there are ancient civilizations beneath the town of Oasis. And yeah, everything starts to kind of come together. So yeah, we have for magic for folks that are into do you play BL like D&D?
I'm not. I've used to read the Choose Your Own Adventure books and all that. So I mean, I know
Sure.
like that angle.
Sure. Baldur's Gate. You've obviously played the Ultimate. Yeah. So
Yeah.
just think of all that stuff. It's just coming to you in a beautiful graphic novel, Taschen style format
I played
with
Salt
real.
and Sanctuary, but I don't know if you know what that is or not.
It sounds familiar. Is that like an old kind of like roguish type game? It sounds familiar.
It is like I'm trying to think of what the game is. It's 3D. That it's a 2D side-scrolling Metroidvania game, and
Okay.
and you've got all the magic and the weapons, and you can choose what class of fighter you want, and all that. I'm big
Gotcha.
on the Metroidvanias.
Gotcha. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, no. So yeah, folks are into, the way I kind of look at it is, The Untamed, I could say it's just like John Wick with swords, right? So if you're just in it for something very basic, vengeance to redemption storytelling, cool. If you like Lord of the Rings, you like fantasy, you'll like it. If you like stories that have cultural depth, you like it. If but you got to have a bit of patience to read it, at least The Untamed. Whereas Niobe, or let's say Erathun, this is the one I was looking for earlier. This is a lot more kind of faster paced, more immediately action packed. Right here.
Okay.
Wow.
So you've got the slow burn painted style like this, or you've got the pen and ink style, the classic comic style like that, or you've got something like this where we spent over 7 years painting.
Wow.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you very
this is
much.
a lot of work involved. It's not
It's a
a.
lot of work. It's a lot of work over the years. A lot of work, yeah.
So you don't want me asking a personal question? You said you're obviously your father. How many kids do you have that you?
Oh yeah, it's got. I'm a dad of got one son. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Son is always good to have for a guy. Yeah. Listen, I could. By the way, you don't look at 52 at all, bro.
No, not at all.
I I thought you were 35.
I'll take it. I'll take
Yeah,
it.
I thought you were 35. I thought I was older than you. I'm like, no way, he's older than me. I'm 44. And I'm like, no
There you go.
way.
It's called do 17 years worth of comic conventions, and you too could have no stress and
Yeah.
And reverse aging.
reverse. Right. Like to be honest, is beneath this, it's all broken down. It's all. I'm being held. I'm being held up by my Spidey shirt. That's about it, really. You know.
No, you're awesome, Sebastian. Honestly, I'm
Thank you, brother.
impressed by. I never saw. By the way, if I assess Comic Con, how many comic creators are able to do an anime? I think we spoke about this in we spoke.
Now,
You told me you were doing an anime, right? I remember
one of
this.
the things that people say, like the bragging points of Scott Snyder's absolute Batman, is that it hits into the anime crowd a lot of things that they do because they're
Mm.
extreme, they're edgy, it's more action. You're talking about action. You pick up a manga and it's got like 20 pages of fighting. You don't get that in like a normal comic to where it's this big in-depth thing like that. So I mean that's a neat thing with it. But no, it is rare, and I think that that's a cool crossover
Well,
thing
I
because
think.
of that.
Well, I think Ben, you're actually right. That because what's happening is Western comics are more drama than they are action.
Mm.
Where there's more action in anime and straight to the action and less drama.
I might be accused a little bit of more drama. The Untamed is drama, right? It's high drama. If you watch the spaghetti westerns, you take a beat,
I watch them
Okay.
and just yeah, Western,
right?
tons of westerns. I've written westerns, watch westerns, tons of it. You know.
Which, by the way,
Yes.
if you actually watch One Piece, the anime, and even Naruto and Dragon Ball Z, they all are heavy drama in their anime.
It feels like it. I think the thing is when you have the action has to be profound.
Right.
Otherwise, we become desensitized within the action, and it's like, oh, here's another action piece, another action piece. So, if there are less consequences within the action, then we don't care as much as far as who gets killed, who gets beaten. We've got to build that suspense and that drama, which, of course, the great cinema storytellers like Kurosawa and Sergio Leone were masters at building those moments to just, when you really think about it, like one quick draw and it's all over. There's no punch, you know what I mean? It's just that's it. But the suspense. But I think what good manga storytelling is when the action happens and they have a lot of it, it has weight to it. And there's opportunity for real dynamism as well. So it creates, it's really like pulling your mind in different directions and things, which is, also keeps you on your toes. So I think for me, depending on the story, like I've got multiple stories, multiple graphic novels set within the world. And the one that, the new one, that Benny just got with a bunch of other things is this one. I got 9 different stories in the new hardcover. So if you're like, oh, that's a bit too much of a slow burn for me, I like a bit more faster paced, a bit more of this. We have different stories, but everything kind of binds together like a good Marvel universe of fantasy.
Well, that's awesome. I mean,
Do you like to torture your characters too? I'm a writer and I like to torment my characters. I'm awful.
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely.
Oh man, that's
What mangas and comics do you like that speak to you? What do you like?
I haven't been reading too much recently. Give me some good recommendations. And I'm just so in the lab. When I read, mostly I'll read novels or because I find it helps me with scope. I think sometimes if let's say it's what I teach to creators. If you love anime, study the greats, but study Da Vinci, study Monet, study Manet, study different styles of folk arts, Mexican folk arts. Like expand your
Broaden your
universe.
horizon, broaden your mindset. That's
I'm more of a
it.
Rembrandt guy. I like light
Sure.
and shadow a lot.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So if you like, that's my recommendation for creators always. Yeah, broaden, and that'll help you. So if your lane happens to be anime or manga or Western style comics or kids books, it'll just help you with storytelling. Because at the end of the day, creators, I feel some creators can be too in love with their world and forget that the audience has already seen it all before. It's kind of. And so now we just have to make sure we come back to connecting with the character. Like our characters could be post-apocalyptic, it could be, biblical, it could be desolation, it could be whatever. But we have to be able to see ourselves within these heroes. Like the first line in The Untamed is, "I'm going home." And the first line in Niobe Shear's life is the goddess asks Niobe on the first page here. This is a bit more action. Niobe's on the run. The first line she gets asked by the goddess of light is, "What haunts you?" So the first line that you read as a reader is, "What haunts you?" So
referring to you yourself when you're reading.
Yes.
Very good.
So
Very
then,
smart.
Thank you. So then you're putting yourself in Niobe's shoes from the opening line. You are Niobe getting asked this question. So those types, so that I think binds you to her, and then you're off on the journey with her, and you and her are getting asked these questions throughout the book. So how does she respond? How do you respond? And it allows you to kind of, be a part of her journey in a much more kind of soulfully connected way.
Do you ever delve into horror within it, or is it just like
I think
bits
so.
of it?
Yeah, hints there, here and there. Yeah, I have one comic in that big tome, or in the new softcover, called Confessions of a Demon, and it's about a guy who is in a tavern, which you realize the tavern is in purgatory. And the guy that's sitting in the tavern, this one guy comes into the tavern to talk to him, who's kind of obsessed with this guy. And you realize that the guy who's in the tavern is actually a fallen angel and is now a demon. And he used to be, his name is Fendum, which in my language is cool. And he used to be essentially the most beautiful, the angel that would sing to all the angels in heaven, but he fell from grace. And so here he is explaining his fall to this one other soul who's bound to be judged in purgatory. And if this one soul could show him just a little bit of love, maybe he'll get a little bit of power back to escape this his own trapped place in this inn. So yeah, there's all sorts of fun stuff. You can kind of pull from, for sure.
Yeah.
Wow. No, listen, it's an unbelievable. It's
Thank
like,
you.
like I was saying before, your entrepreneurship is huge. It's huge. 17 years, and look at the great results you have with anime. Like, how do you get to an anime? Right? Some people can take a lifetime. They're never going to get an anime.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a real journey, and it's funny. I like to do what we call homages, right? So that you saw the Batman homage, which is on the Kickstarter. Benny will be getting that for the backing today. Thank you. I have an homage to Halloween. Literally, there's a comic I have, 4 Confessions of a Demon, and it literally looks like the Halloween
Michael Myers.
Yes, actually, I have it in the gallery art in this book in the back. Let me see if I can find it.
Now, do you know that there was a Captain Kirk mask that they bleached out and cut the eye holes out more?
I did not know.
Yes, it was.
There's a beautiful demon right there. There you go, in Confessions of a Demon. But see if I can find this. Oh, here are some of our other homages. So there's speaking of horses, there's the Akira homage right there. All right, you've got the Blade 2 homage right there.
Oh wow, that's a good
So
one.
we do amazing homages. Let me see if I can find. Oh, this is a good one. We've got, for gamers out there, there's the D&D homage right there. Second edition D&D homage. Let's see if it's this way. Maybe I'm going the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, because I think you'll get a kick out of it. Sade. Oh, here's a fun one. The Us homage from the movie Us. Speaking of scary movies. And for the 90s folks, there you go. You've got the trading card homage. There you go. You got all these amazing homages right there. Hip hop homages, comic homages.
Yeah.
The Gambit homage.
Yeah, the Wu-Tang. Gang. Yeah. Yes.
There you go. Halloween homage right there. And you can see there's the Halloween mask in his hand. Right. So yeah, we do a lot of beautiful art that are painted, comic fun stuff, and homages for folks that feel connected to a certain type of thing. Like, oh, that's my stuff, right? Tribe Called Quest homages. Oh yeah, 90s hip hop. That's my jam. Or Halloween. Oh, that's my thing. So just fun ways to kind of connect through the culture. Yeah.
Well, listen, definitely, Sebastian. We're gonna ask you to come again after the Sundance Festival, right?
Thank you. Yeah, San Diego Comic Con.
Okay, awesome. So send me the link. I'll put it in all the YouTube descriptions as well. So this is awesome. I'll send you the collab for this podcast as well. Listen, with all the hiccups, we finally got the podcast going, right?
There you go.
You know, Ben, we got bloopers for you for the future when we do some
that's not happened before, or almost not happened.
Okay, that's it. But everybody, please get into Stranger Comics. We have the QR code for the Kickstarter. Look up Sebastian Jones and all of what he does. He's an amazing person.
Thank you.
Great person. Very cool to hang out with. Visit him in any of the shows he's out there. He'll be there for you. He's pleasant. Just buy the stuff that he got, man, because it's awesome. I love the stuff he has. So everybody, please don't forget. We're going to put a few of also articles in the description that we have from him. I apologize.
By the way, Sultan Sanctuary, I was trying to think what kind of 3D game it's like. It's like Dark Souls, only it's 2D.
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay.
Thanks. Sorry for the yawn. Exhaustion is exhaustion. No, I'm just overworked. So yeah, and then don't forget, guys. Listen, there's Niobe Comics is probably one of my favorite ones. The Niobe Comics, yeah, that's one of my favorite ones. Please don't forget to buy that. And I think we have an affiliate platform that we can put Niobe Comics on our platform for sale as well. I'm going to find out. But if not, Sebastian, I'm going to call you up if we can do some sort of drop shipping with you as well for sale.
Oh, yeah. Easy. Perfect.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming on. We have another podcast with BL Blankenship for our bi-weekly podcast that we do. So Thursday night, don't forget our podcast this Thursday night at 7 p.m. Thank you, Sebastian, for coming on. And success on your race. I love it. I love the stories and I love the anime, and I can't wait for it to be a freaking video game. Maybe Square Inc. will pick it up.
There you go.
Who knows?
Yeah, I love it.
I love it, guys. All right. Thank you.